Kyaw! Hey, so good to see you, man. I grabbed us a table.
Evan?
Oh my God! Is that Astrid? Wow! Hey, how have you been? It's been so long.
It has. I've been good. It's so nice to see you too.
You too.
What? Don't I get a hug?
I literally tattooed you yesterday. Besides, you shouldn't be putting any pressure on your arm.
Oh yeah, your new ink. You gotta show me sometime.
Later. Evan and I were just going to grab coffee and chat. Do you mind if we join you?
Oh yeah, be my guest. I'd love to catch up with you too, Evan.
Speaking of catching up, is that Kejing?
Well, one way to find out.
Astrid! Evan! Chom! Good to see you all!
Wow, this is like a little college reunion. Do you have time to chat?
I have an important client meeting I need to prepare for, so unfortunately...
Come on, don't be like that. It's been forever. Stick around for a bit.
I do appreciate the offer, but I really should get going.
Do I need to get down on my knees and beg?
What? No, don't do that. What are you, stop it. What are you doing? Stop. Okay, I'll stay.
Thank you.
So, what are you all doing back in town?
Well, I live here. I do tattoos over at Ragtime.
Oh, congratulations. Glad to hear your art worked out for you. Are you still in school?
Yeah, I graduated in the spring. It's been a long road, but the work I've done with my patients so far has been very rewarding.
I heard you've been doing well, Mr. Goldman Sachs.
Wow, Goldman Sachs. Very fancy. Nice job, Kejing.
Yes, thank you.
So, all still going according to your plan?
Of course, I've stuck to it.
Man, I knew you were destined for a corporate job the first time I saw you.
What? The first time we met, I was checking in for a conduct meeting. I was hardly in business attire.
You had this look about you. It was written all over you.
How? All I did was show up to the office and ask reception where I should go. Oh, hello, I'm here for a student conduct code meeting.
Hello. What's your name so I can get you signed in?
Kejing Wu.
All right, Kejing, I've got you checked in. I see you have a meeting at 4:30. We are a little behind schedule. Due to Mardi Gras last weekend, there's an angry horde of people who live near WashU in the dean's office at the moment, so you may have to wait a bit. You're welcome to wait in here.
How long will I be waiting? I have other things to do today.
Oh, shouldn't be too long. Go ahead in there and I'll let you know when you can meet with the dean.
How long have you two been here?
Got here at 4, so about 20 minutes at this point.
20 minutes?
Well, I got here right when the neighbor association showed up. What are you in for?
Well, I was talking with this girl and she got upset because she invited me to her prayer group and I declined because, well, in all statistical likelihood, there is no God. I firmly believe we have to work to earn the things that we want. Thus, there is no such thing as miracles or meant to be or whatever she was talking about. But something I said must have set her off and she started crying. Next week, I received an email to meet with the dean.
Please, and you don't feel bad at all for making a girl cry?
Her reaction was over the top. I'm just annoyed I have to take time out of my day to deal with this ridiculous situation.
Okay then.
Well, what did you do? Graffiti?
Well, I put a hammock on the living trees rather than the designated hammocking stations. I know. Truly, I'm a menace to society. What are you for?
Huh?
What did you do?
Oh, me? Peed on the bunny?
Nice!
You can wait in here.
Kyaw? Did you seriously violate the student conduct code? Oh, your mom's gonna be so mad.
Look who's talking.
Oh, I should not be here right now. Christian and Thomas threw that party, not me. Look, I knew it was a bad idea. The RAs are always on the lookout during Mardi Gras. Look. I was in my room doing my organic chemistry homework with earplugs in, and they were throwing a little party in the common room. And then, all of a sudden, my RA comes in and writes me up. It's not my fault my roommates wouldn't listen.
Ouch, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Wait. Let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Okay, I got written up because I hurt some girl's feelings. You got written up because someone you lived with threw a party you had nothing to do with. You got written up for hammocking on the wrong trees. And you did urinate in public. I guess that one's fair. Either way, these code violations are laughable. I don't have time to deal with this nonsense. I have better things to do.
Wait, whoa, you can't just leave. What the? Hey, what was his name again? Whatever. He's going to be in so much trouble if he misses his meeting with the dean. That's it. I'm going after him.
By leaving, isn't he also risking missing his meetings?
He won't miss it. They'll be back soon enough. I called Evan, but it went to voicemail. It's been 15 minutes. Should we go look for them?
Why would I go running around on campus looking for a guy who doesn't want to be here? As a guy put it, I have better things to do.
Come on, all you're gonna do is sit around here and wait. And plus, Evan's gonna freak if he misses his meeting. Please?
Fine, it'll be good for my character development.
Let's get out of here.
Hey! Oh my god. I found you. Yes. There you are. Okay. You can't just take off like that and skip a student conduct violation meeting.
Considering those two have been there for 20 minutes and have yet to be seen, I doubt I'll be needed anytime soon. And besides, the school can't expect me to take those meetings seriously if those are the violations we get written up for.
Oh yeah? Well, it doesn't matter if you think they're serious or not. You can't just leave and ignore your write-up.
All right, fine. But I'm finishing this first. Bear's Den was packed earlier and I haven't had lunch yet.
Whatever, just hurry up, okay? Wait, did you just call BD Bear's Den?
That's what it's called. I don't understand the obsession with abbreviations at this school. BD, Duck, SPAV. Not everything on a college campus needs to have some cute, quirky nickname. And besides, BD has the same number of syllables as Bear's Den, so it's not like it's even shorter.
Okay, whoa. That is not... Wait. Oh my god, you're right! They are both the same number of syllables. I never noticed that.
Exactly, so there's no point in calling it BD.
You just have to. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but if my friends started calling BD Bear's Den, I think they'd hit their head or something.
That seems a bit dramatic.
Maybe. But it's ingrained at me at this point. And you know, it does make me feel closer to the WashU community. Like, we're all connected by this one common language.
And that sounds like a line from a tour guide.
It does, doesn't it? I actually considered being a tour guide. I just don't have the free time.
Those kinds of activities are a waste of time anyway. You'd be better off studying or gaining useful skills to apply towards your career.
Look. I'm pre-med, so unless I end up as a coroner, people skills will come in handy. Besides, not everything is about advancing your career. What are you studying? Also, I'm Evan, by the way.
Kejing Wu, studying finance.
Kejing Wu. That is a really cool name. And you'll definitely need people skills for finance. Your clients have to be able to trust you to handle their money.
My client's chief concern is whether or not I'm competent, okay? My likability comes second to that. As long as I'm doing good work and making good decisions, I can succeed. So, I focus on that. Anything else is irrelevant.
Then, do you not do anything else besides finance?
I don't have time for distractions.
What about hobbies, passions, lifelong dreams?
I don't have dreams. I have goals, and I have plans to achieve those goals. It's all in my plan.
Your plan?
Yeah, my life plan, the roadmap of my life.
What is that? No, hey, no, what is... What is that?
Why do you keep asking me that? Do you seriously not have one? It shows the exact trajectory of my life. From when I was born, when I first started learning piano, oh, my first stock purchase, when I got into WashU. See, here I am, showing it to you.
When did you make this?
My mom made it for me when I was young. It gives me direction in my life and tells me what to do.
Your mom planned for you to go to WashU when you were a kid?
Of course not. Any of the top business schools would have done.
That's insane. Couldn't imagine having my life planned out like that.
How can you not have your life planned out? If you don't have a life plan, how do you know what you want to do with your life? How do you know your life's purpose? How do you know you're making the right decisions and not going down the wrong path?
I don't.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Well then, what are your lifelong dreams then?
To help people. Travel the world someday? I've always loved how medicine is one of the closest things we have to justice. Give each person what they need so that each person can start on an equal footing. Or as close to equal as we can get, I guess.
You seem hesitant.
I don't know. It's just that everything I've seen of careers in medicine seems so sterile and detached. You go from patient to patient, giving at times life-altering advice, and then a month later you'll have forgotten their name. Don't tell my parents I said this, but surgery is the worst. You meet with your patient a couple of times, and then the next time you see them, you cut open their unconscious body and send them on their way.
And your point is?
How do you help a person without understanding where they're coming from or how they see the world? So many medical problems in society are because of underlying issues in people's lives. If we could just address the root cause of these issues, so much hurt could be prevented.
You seem very passionate about this. Why not go into a medical field where you can have a closer relationship with your patients?
I guess, though, to be honest, I don't know if that sounds much better. Are you done, by the way? I think we should probably go back.
All right, fine, we can go back. Though I still don't understand why you're making such a big deal about this.
You'll thank me later.
Well, that's a violent way to play dodgy.
What's that?
It's a Korean children's game. You take turns trying to flip your opponent's tile by throwing yours on top of it. My friend taught me as a kid. Did you ever have anything like that growing up?
Yes!
Wait! Are you interested in working for a fast-paced company?
No. I'm from Springfield, Missouri. The closest thing we had to that was cornhole.
Your typical Midwest American childhood, huh? What was that like?
A lot of corn, football games, and flatness as far as I can see. Where are you from?
Dallas, though my parents are from Burma, or Myanmar. They came over as refugees.
Wow, that must have been hard for them. Does your family have any connections back there?
Not really. They had to leave a lot of their life behind. though we're really involved in the Burmese community in Dallas. Anyways, what was it like being Asian and born and raised in Missouri? I can't imagine the community was big.
It's not. Springfield is like 2% Asian, which in a town of 160,000 people is very few people. If there was a community, my family wasn't part of it.
Well, that must have been really isolating, not being around people like you.
I was around people like me. Race had nothing to do with it. You sound like one of those people who say, "Where are you really from?" when I say I'm from Springfield.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that came out wrong. I only meant that I would have felt disconnected from my heritage if I were you. Some of my closest friends back home were other Burmese kids.
But you're not friends with them because they're Burmese. You're friends with them because you like hanging out with each other, right? I never understood why people cared so much about their race or ethnicity.
No, we weren't any better friends just because we're all Burmese. They weren't any nicer than the other people I met at school, but it was nice to be surrounded by people who looked like me.
I became friends with whoever I vibed with the most, not based on something as superficial as looks.
It might sound superficial, but it's nice not being the odd one out. And plus, for me, it was more than that. I never had to explain to my friends why I had to be home by 9, or why I had to help my grandparents with their tax forms because they never learned English. It was easy to see myself in them.
What's there to see? Besides, I may be Chinese, but I'm not really. I don't know how to speak any of it, and I guess I did get a red envelope for New Year's, but that's about it. Race was something I was born with, but as a person, I'm separate from it.
But you can't be separate from your race. You don't have to do certain things to be Asian, but you're still Asian nonetheless. And it's not a bad thing either.
Of course, it's not bad. It's just I never understood why people cared so much. Besides, I never got along with other Asians. They're just not my crowd. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe they could be.
Any word from Evan?
No, let's go check the dock.
Sure.
Why did you bring me back here if those two also left? I knew this was a waste of time.
Wait. Let me call Kyaw. Maybe they already had their meetings.
Hey, it's Evan. Hey, Evan, where are you?
Look, I found Kejing. We came back to the office, but you and the girl are gone.
Dude, I called you 3 times. It had been 15 minutes. Me and Astrid got worried, so we went to find you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think my phone was on Do Not Disturb. Okay, anyway, we're back at the office now, so you guys should come back.
Okay, we'll be there soon.
Ow! You know what? I'm gonna go call EST. Wait here.
Wait, did I just hear EST? What happened?
Oh, I think I sprained my ankle on the way over, but it's okay.
Wait, hold on tight. We're coming. Come on, we're gonna go get them. Kyaw injured himself, and he's gonna need help coming back.
All this running around is getting ridiculous at this point.
Look, they went out to find us because they were worried about us. The least we can do now is help them out now that Kyaw injured himself. Are you okay?
It's only a sprain. Keep weight off of it, ice it, and wrap it in an ACE bandage for 48 hours. Take ibuprofen to help with the pain. Someone will meet you outside of BD with a crutch and an ACE bandage you can borrow.
Don't worry. I've got one.
You got the very one?
At all times. So, if Astrid had to call EST to come take a look at your ankle, does this mean I can tell your parents you've been EST'd?
Don't you dare.
I was just kidding. Oh, hi, I don't think I introduced myself earlier. I'm Evan. This is Kejing.
Kejing Wu, nice to meet you.
Astrid Huang, likewise.
Wait, how do you spell that?
What? Long? Leong.
That's what I thought. Isn't the proper pronunciation Leon? It's your name. You should be proud of it. Don't anglicize it just because some people have trouble pronouncing it. They'll catch on.
I'm not anglicizing my name. That's how my family pronounces it. It might not be proper, but it's correct for me.
Okay, though it seems like a waste to lose out on the history and meaning of a name like that.
I'm sorry, a waste?
Well, yes, corrupting the pronunciation, as you've done, leaves out the cultural
Okay. I'm Kyaw, by the way. Where do you find him?
BD, but I'd run around campus like 2 times.
Well, considering you're all in one piece, you're better runner than Cha.
Hey,
Are we done here?
What, do you have better things to do?
Well, yes, I was going to get started on my homework when we got back to the office.
Sorry to cut you from it.
How about we get going and continue?
Are you still angry about my comments earlier? I only meant that by being
Maybe
Asian.
I'm not. What does that even mean anyway? Being Asian? If that means I'm supposed to have played Chinese games growing up or pronounce my name Liang or whatever, then maybe I'm not Asian. Heck, the first time I tried boba was because of some dumb trend on TikTok. That's why I don't get along with those Asians. I'm not like you guys. Half the time, it's like you expect me to be someone I'm not. It's like, because I'm Asian, you expect me to be connected to my heritage or whatever. Well, I'm not. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I'm just being, I don't know why that's not good enough.
Man, I'm sorry, Astrid. I didn't mean to put that kind of pressure into our conversation earlier.
It's not that you're not good enough, okay? The Asians you talk to are probably just trying to connect with you. And they extrapolate from your appearance that perhaps you had similar experiences growing up. My earlier comments about your last name were solely about how in losing the original pronunciation, you also lose out on the history that goes into it. It wasn't a judgment about your value as a person or as an Asian. Neither of those are things that you have to prove.
Thanks. That was surprisingly nice of you.
I'm not sure how I should respond to that.
Me neither, and my reactions were a little overboard. I'm sorry about that.
I meant what I said. You don't have to do certain things to be Chinese or Asian. If you have no interest in Chinese culture, that's totally valid.
It's not that I don't have any interests. Honestly, I do get jealous when I see people who grew up connected to their heritage. It's like they've got access to this whole new world I never knew existed.
I know the feeling. Maybe you could start small, like a Chinese language or history class.
That's not really my vibe. No, there's this Chinese art class I was thinking of taking. I really want to be a tattoo artist, so it would be good to know different styles of art.
If you're serious about art, that would be beneficial in more ways than one.
I'll consider it. Thank you, guys.
We should get back to the conduct code office. I don't want you to miss your meeting of it.
You're right. Hope they haven't called us in yet.
Guys, a little help?
Sorry.
Hi, who are you?
Hello, Zuko here. I lost my honor, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Have you seen it?
No, I'm sorry. There wasn't anything in here when I left.
Then I must go find my honor elsewhere.
What are you doing?
Elevating your ankle. You need to drain blood away from it or it's going to swell even more.
Gotta love pre-meds.
You're welcome. Well, judging from the fact that we haven't received any angry calls from the Office of Student Conduct, I guess we got back in time.
Crap, it's my mom. Sorry guys, I have to take it. Mom? Hi. What? No, me and some friends were just messing around on Mardi Gras and it got out of hand. Yes, I'm sorry. I know, it was a dumb decision. I'll take care of it, I promise. I'm sorry. Mom, I'm waiting for my meeting right now. Yes, I promise to call when it's over. Okay. I love you.
Wow, that sounded like a really tense call. Is your mom upset?
More like freaking out. She's worried I'll get suspended or that it will go on my permanent record.
I mean, it's just a meeting with the dean. I doubt you'll receive any real punishments. She's just probably overreacting.
I wouldn't be so sure. Out of all of us, his violation was the most serious. And technically, it's a misdemeanor in most states.
Wow, thanks, man. That's really comforting.
It's good to be realistic in this kind of situation, okay? Little to nothing could come out of my infraction, but you shouldn't assume you'll only get a slap on the wrist just because you go to WashU.
I don't assume that. I know I'm not untouchable. She is reacting exactly as she should. Me going here, getting a good education, lining myself up for a good job. It would really help my family. Any step I take out of line jeopardizes that.
That seems like a lot of pressure. It's not fair that their parents put that on you.
They don't. If anything, they try to take pressure off of me. But I know what the big deal was that I was accepted to WashU. I know I can't waste this opportunity, especially when so many people in my community don't have it. I know that. But sometimes I just want to be a college student. I want to do dumb stuff with my friends, like ride a bird scooter down the hallways, or go to a frat party on Mardi Gras and pee on the bunny. I worked so hard to get here, and I just want to enjoy it. But at the same time, I know how ungrateful that is, and I feel like such a jerk for even considering risking it all on something so stupid.
Look, I don't think that sounds ungrateful at all. I mean, to me, it just sounds like you don't want the weight of the whole world on your shoulders. I mean, college isn't just about getting an education or preparing for your career. It's also about making memories, like you said. And it's unfair that you can't have the same lax attitude that others can.
That's true, though I will say there are better ways of being a carefree college student, without incurring the wrath of the student contract office.
I know. I feel so selfish for complaining. It just sucks having to say no every time my friends suggest something even potentially risky. Peeing on the bunny was the one time I'd actually said yes to one of their dumb ideas, and look where that got me. Maybe I need to start hanging out with you and your friends, Evan.
What do you mean? I mean, not that I don't want to hang out with you, of course.
You follow the rules. You don't get in trouble.
I mean, give credit where credit's due. It's not that I follow the rules all the time. I just don't get unlucky, except this one time. I mean, to be honest, what happened to you could have happened to anyone. Like, I know a few people who've peed on the bunny, but none of them were caught.
But I'm still responsible for my actions, the same way my friends are. I made that choice, and I put myself here.
It's true that you're responsible for your actions, but when the consequences are far harsher for you than they are for others, it's not equivalent to compare your decisions to theirs. Your friends might be risk getting yelled at, while you may be jeopardizing your future. It's not fair and it's not right, but that's the reality.
I know that.
However, you also can't put yourself down for wanting to do, as you put it, dumb stuff, because as evidenced by your friends, so do other people. It's unfair to say that you put yourself here. You wouldn't be here if it weren't for your circumstances.
Circumstances aside, that was selfish and reckless. I need to be better.
Perhaps you should be more careful in the future, but you aren't a bad person just because you want to do things everyone else besides you can.
I am so sorry about the wait. The dean is finally free. We are going to get all of you in and out of here as soon as possible. Astrid Long, you're up.
Kejing's right. Maybe if you go talk to your friends and got them to understand your situation, they might not suggest risking things, Bye, guys.
Kejing, you're a little blunt, but you're good at reassuring people.
You're welcome.
So, what do you guys want to do while we wait?
Cards? We could play BS.
Never played.
I'll teach you. Let's play. Yes,
Nope, take the pile.
Seriously?
Evan, you've got to stop calling BS. You haven't gotten it right once.
I have to get it right at some point. How does he keep getting this many doubles? It shouldn't be possible.
Hey guys, my meeting's over. The dean says you can go and shop.
Oh, alright. I guess this means you're heading out, huh?
No, I'll stick around for a little while. Turns out I might not have better things to do with my time after all. So, what were you guys up to while I was gone?
Teaching Kejing how to play BS.
Which would be a lot more effective if Evan was any good at the game.
All right, we're done with this. How was your meeting, by the way? You came back kind of fast.
I think that Dina was a little confused as to why I was there. You know, between the mess with Mardi Gras and the fact that I don't think hammocking is considered vandalism. She just asked that I respect the trees and use the hammocking stations next time.
It is baffling that you got written up for that. I can't imagine who would take the time to file a report.
Don't know, don't care, just glad it's over.
Well, now that that's over, I have something that might brighten up your day. My cousin sent me some pictures from her work. She works with rescue dogs.
Oh my god, let me see! Cute!
Could I see?
Sure, though. Surprised you're interested.
I love animals. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a dog trainer.
Oh, let me guess, why didn't you? It wasn't on your mommy's plan.
No, it wasn't that. I just couldn't imagine doing it as a career. Running around with my own dog was fun, but exhausting. I don't think I could do it for the rest of my life. And besides, I would much rather have a career like finance where I can use my brain.
Why not go out outside, volunteer at a shelter or something?
I don't have time to waste doing something like that. It would be entirely unproductive.
Kejing thinks that anything that takes time away from his career goals is unproductive.
You don't have to love your job, that's all you do. That's a BS idea that we all have a purpose in life, and we must find it in order to be fulfilled. Have you seen Shang-Chi?
What?
Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings, the Asian Marvel movie?
10 Rings? Isn't that an Ariana Grande song?
That's 7 rings.
You listen to Ariana Grande?
Yes, and do I look like someone who is uninformed about modern pop culture? You were talking about Shang-Chi?
Right. Well, in the movie, there's this character whose entire plot line is how she doesn't have a purpose in life. And it's not until she goes and helps save the world that she feels fulfilled. But in the beginning of the movie, she seemed happy. I mean, ambition is great and all, but there's nothing wrong with enjoying a simpler life, like she was.
I take it you didn't like the movie?
No, it was great. My just side, I loved it. My point was, live life for you. Life is yours to enjoy, so don't go chasing dreams that aren't yours. That's what my therapist says.
You see a therapist? I'm sorry to hear that. But if it's any consolation, I never would have guessed.
I'm sorry, what's that supposed to mean?
You seem well adjusted. I'm surprised you need psychiatric help.
Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. First off, there's a difference between a psychiatrist and a general therapist. Both do talk therapy, but, a psychiatrist can prescribe medication. Second off, just because I go through therapy doesn't mean I need help. Well, I guess that's how it started. For me, it's a place I can go vent my problems and learn about myself and how I deal with adversity.
And you find paying a stranger listening to you talk helpful?
Yeah, of course. It really helped myself understand myself better. And I don't think you're quite qualified to call me well-adjusted when your fear of failure stops you from doing anything you deem unproductive.
That is entirely untrue. I just don't like to waste my time.
Uh-huh. Keep telling yourself that, bud.
Why did you start seeing a therapist if that's not too personal?
High school was rough for me. I always tried to be that perfect student. And I ended up pushing myself too hard. It took me a while to realize that it's okay to exist without having to be at the top all the time.
I get that. I mean, High school was rough for me too, especially junior year. Between college applications and some friend issues, it was a lot.
Have you ever seen a therapist?
No, I mean, we never really talked about emotional issues at home, but after some serious thought, I decided to bring it up with my mom, and her reaction was,
Therapy? Why would you want to go to that? You've got a great life. You've got food on the table, good friends, and once you get accepted into college, you'll be on your way to a good career. Are you saying your father and I haven't given you a good life?
no, it's not that. You've been great. Everything's fine. I should be fine, but I'm not, and I don't know why. I can't get out of bed in the morning. Nothing seems worth it anymore.
That's because you spend all your nights playing those video games. They're distracting you from your studies and you're not getting enough sleep. I knew we should have never given you those things.
No, it's not that.
Enough, Evan. You don't need therapy and I don't want to hear any more about this.
After that, I brought it up with my dad, but all he said was that my mood swings weren't his problem and that I just needed to get over it.
God, that's awful.
I mean, to an extent, it was to be expected. I knew when I brought it up with them, they'd take it as some kind of personal attack on their parenting.
I mean, how was their parenting, in your opinion?
Like, for the most part, they are good parents. I mean, they prepared me well to live a life on my own. I don't doubt that for a second. But they were never really there for me emotionally. Sometimes the Evan that my friends and I know, I feel like is a completely different person from the Evan that my parents and I know. I feel like there's this big disconnect because they just don't understand where I'm coming from.
Is that what you meant earlier when you were talking about understanding where your patients are coming from? Why not pursue a career in psychology then?
That's true. A psychologist is like the doctor for the mind.
Because, I don't know, I mean, I never really considered it, and I don't think my parents would consider psychology a real degree, and I always loved medicine, so I just stuck with that.
I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. Saying that psychology isn't a real degree is the same thing as saying that mental health isn't real and doesn't exist. It doesn't matter whether you can't get out of bed because you sprained an ankle or you are suffering from depression. The end result is you're still stuck in bed.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I never thought about it that way.
If you really care about mental health, you should really consider it, Evan.
Yeah, I might. I mean, this conversation's given me a lot to think about.
And you. Go volunteer at a shelter, learn to cook, just try something new. Not everything you do has to be productive all the time. Just live a little, you know?
I'll take your words into consideration, but I make no promises.
Evan, you're up.
Oh, how did it go?
Well, I have to have another meeting with my advisor and write an essay reflecting on my actions. But if I didn't do anything else, they said they won't put anything on my record.
That's a relief.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, see you guys when I get back.
Oh my god,
they are the same length.
No, right? From now on, we're calling it Bears then, not BD.
No.
Oh, how did it go?
As expected, no real consequences, though it was suggested I stay away from religious groups, so I don't incite anything else.
That's probably smart. Well, that's everyone, right?
Yep, we're done.
I am going to head out. I have a case comp tomorrow I need to prepare for.
Hey, it was nice meeting you.
Likewise.
Hey, Kejing. I think you were wrong earlier. Changing the pronunciation of my name doesn't take away from its history. It adds to it. It marks that the Long family became American.
That it does.
Hey, Astrid, there's a AAA, Asian American Association, event happening this weekend. Information's on the Instagram page. You should come by.
I'll think about it. Thank you, guys.
Well, I don't think I would ever willingly get written up, but I'm kind of glad I did today.
Yeah, me too.
That's kind of funny.
Wait, you never told us what you got.
Ooh, he got an outline of the bunny.
Seriously?
Yeah, the bunny always reminded me what I'm working for. That day we all met really made me think about what exactly it was that I wanted out of life and how I was putting so much pressure on myself to be the one who makes it, to be the success story that I was starting to crumble under my own expectations. So the tattoo is meant to remind me who and what I'm working for, but also to not get lost along the way.
That's sweet.
I know, right? Well, with that, I've got to get going. I have an appointment at 3 and I have to prep for an interview later.
Oh, an interview with who?
Ooh, so I recently joined this Asians of St. Louis Facebook group, and they had this job posting in the Bay Area for a tattoo shop. My parents are from the Bay Area, so I always wanted to visit. I felt like it was about time I journeyed a little outside of Missouri, you know?
Oh, that's really cool. Well, good luck.
Thank you. We should meet again before you guys graduate. Bye, guys.
Ooh, I think I should probably get going too, because my parents will be arriving soon.
Your parents, they're visiting you? They're talking to you?
What do you mean talking to you?
They stopped talking to me for a while after I told them that I would pursue a PhD in clinical psychology rather than go to medical school, but after 6 years, they finally warmed up to the idea. I think my internship last summer went a long way in showing them that I could have a good career outside of medicine.
Glad to hear it.
I'm happy for you, genuinely.
Thanks, Kejing. I'm happy for myself. No, I'm just happy. I hope you are too.
Of course I am.
You know, it's never too late to change. Add some amendments to your life plan.
I'll keep that in mind. Bye, Evan.
Bye, Kejing. See you later, Chong. It was so great seeing you guys today.
Didn't you have some important meeting to prepare for?
I already prepared for it. I didn't actually need to leave.
I figured as much. We've been here 3 hours already. Well, you may have been lying about having work to do, but my startup's launching soon, so I have a lot of deadlines coming up.
You're what? I thought you were at Google.
I still am. One of my primary focuses at Google is social impact work. It really made me think about how a lot of the inequity I saw in my own community could be mitigated using tech. So I began a few projects on the side and it grew from there.
What kinds of projects?
Well, currently, we're connecting individuals with the larger community and creating a database of resources that I often hear people looking for, such as translation, scholarships, and legal services. Many Burmese Americans just aren't given the same resources as other people. I mean, our median income is only half that of Asian Americans as a whole. So we want to make sure it's easy to access the people and resources that do exist.
Sounds like you found your true passion.
It's more like an intersection between two of my passions. Really, I mostly code. In my free time, I still get involved in social work because it makes me feel fulfilled. Anyways, it was great to see you again. Let me know if you're ever in Dallas. I'd love to show you around.
Likewise, if you're ever in New York. Glad to hear you're making bold strides in your life. Thank you, by the way, for making me stay.
Thank you for staying. I hope I see you again.